Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Fundy Cable's continuing coverage of the Final 12 Basketball Extravaganza. This afternoon's matchup is the AA matchup between the St. Stephen High Spartans and the Sussex High Sonics. St. Stephen, a three-time champion in 88, 89, and most recently in 95. Sussex, never the AA champion, but twice the AAA champion in 88 and 91. Now with the call, here's Dave Ritchie.
Okay, welcome here to the Aiken Center. Dave Ritchie here with Craig Cornell. And we're just waiting for the Provincial AA Boys Final between the St. Stephen Spartans and the Sussex High Sonics.
And now your starters for the Sussex Sonics.
Here are the starters being introduced.
Starting at center, wearing number 8, David Turner. Starting at forward, wearing number 10, Chris Keith. Also starting at forward, wearing number 14, Danny Gilbert. Starting at guard, we're number 15, Jay Cooling. And also at guard, we're number 34, Matt Morris. Head coach is Byron Barton, assistant coach Mike Morton. And now for the home team, the St. Stephen High Spartans. First, your non-starters, number 4, Travis Dunn. Number 5, Aaron Knox. Number 6, Ryan Heislip. Number 7, Jeff Walker. Number 9, Jason Speedy. Number 10, Justin Eldridge. And number 12, Travis Childs. And now your starters for the St. Stephen Spartans. Starting at forward, right number 8, Kirk Parker. Starting at guard, right number 11, Jody Sutherland. Starting at forward, right number 13, Darren Dunn. Also starting forward, number 14, Ricky Justison. And starting at center, number 15, Tim Zink. Your coaches, Don Walker and Stacy Atkinson.
Well, Craig Cornell, I think if it's a prohibitive favorite, St. Stephen, they've defeated Sussex 4 times during the regular season. And of course, by 4, 8, 12, and 25 points. But you never, like I said, we talk about a championship game, and you never know in a championship game, of course. But I think right now, St. Stephen with Donnie Walker as the head coach, you talked about their history. They've won this thing a couple times in the past, so it'll be very interesting. I think Sussex have their work cut out for them. But this is a championship game, and anything can happen.
A whole different story here at the Aiken Center. A bigger floor, the kids aren't used to playing here. Different depth perception type of thing with the backboards. And but you're right, experience probably has to go to St. Stephen, because they have the coach.
Well, of course, St. Stephen, they defeated Woodstock in the regional final to get this Final 12 matchup, and Sugarloaf was victimized by Sussex in a bit of an upset in Sugarloaf, 65-57 in that regional final in Campbellton. So we're just ready to go here. The officials, Dave McManus and Dick Steves, working the championship game here for the Provincial Class AA Boys here at the Final 12 tournament at the Aiken Center, and we're underway here. And with the opening tip is Sussex. That's Gilbert now with the ball. Here is Jay Cooling. Watch him, number 15. He's their sniper. Here to Matthew Morris. Now to Cooling, inside to Gilbert. Gilbert for Sussex. Now Cooling at the right circle. Inside, that is Turner. And they strike first to the Sonics with David Turner with the basket there for Sussex. Now Parker over here to Justinson. Back to Parker. Over on this side now here to Sutherland. At the top of the key, that shot by Zink doesn't go. Rebound. Control here by Sussex. Knocked out of bounds. And missiles being thrown in our direction, Craig. Jay Cooling will bring the ball up court here now for the Sonics. We're ahead 2-0 in the early going of this Provincial AA boys final. Now Gilbert, power move inside. Gilbert dishes off though. Now at the top of the key, that shot by Morris, rejected by Zink. He gave it back here to Jay Cooling here for the Sonics. Cooling at the top of the key now will drive to the basket. Gets by Zink with the rebound. Control now by St. Stephen. And control here by Dunn. Dishes off. Now Sutherland for the Spartans. In here to Parker. Parker being guarded there by Morris. Parker still with the ball inside to Zink. The big man goes inside, loses it though. And control here by Sussex.
Zink already being a force both on the offensive and defensive glass.
I'll tell you that Tim Zink brings a load to the basketball court. Number 15 for St. Stephen. The big man and their big gun. Now Sutherland here for the Spartans. Dishes off here to Parker. Now that is Sutherland. Back to Parker. Over on this side now inside. Sutherland with a spin around, trying to dish off. And they can't get the basket though. That was Darren Dunn. Cooling. Over this side to Chris Keith. A power move of the basket. And Sussex ahead now 4-0. Sutherland here for the Spartans. Number 11. This is off here to Justinson. He lost it. And Morse pick up now for Sussex to Jay Cooling. Number 15 here with the ball now for the Sonics. We're ahead 4-0 in the early going. Cooling. That is Gilbert. Back at the top to Morris. That shot, that goes. A two-pointer by Matthew Morris. 6-0 with Sussex in the lead. Now Parker inside of Justinson trying to dish off, and he lost it. Now Jay Cooling here for Sussex. They'll slow it down. Cooling stops, and that shot doesn't go. Rebound, Zink with the ball now for St. Steve over here to number 11, Sutherland, now to Parker. Parker inside. That is Dunn. Rebound. That's Turner here for Sussex. And once again, stone cold with St. Stephen.
Sussex doing what they want. They're getting the proper looks at the basket, and they're limiting St. Stephen to one shot at the other end.
Inside here to Turner with a jumper. That ball was off the front of the rim. Control now here by St. Stephen. Justinson stops and pops, and that doesn't go. Rebound. Morris. Now up court here is Jay Cooling for Sussex. To Chris Keith, number 10. Back now to Gilbert. To Cooling. And here to Keith inside to Turner, and he's fouled from behind by the big man, Zink. Pushing from the back is the
St.
call.
Stephen foul charge number 15, Tim Zink. That's his first
Sussex
personal foul on the team.
with the early lead, and Craig Cornell out of the game is St. Stephen, who we talked about St. Stephen being a prohibitive favorite. Well, not in the early going.
No question. St. Stephen, I think, a little bit of nerves here early on, and I guess that's easy to imagine. But Sussex certainly has a game plan, and they're sticking to it right now.
And here to Tim Zink, that doesn't go. Rebound, Zink once again though. Playing a little volleyball, and it's going to be Sussex ball. Well, we talked about the AA girls game, the big gathering from St. Stephen. Well, it's remained here at the Aiken Center. It's a big crowd, basically favoring the St. Stephen Spartans. Now Cooling here for Sussex, dishes off to Keith. Number 10 inside, spinorama, and it's good by Danny Gilbert. And it's 8-0 for Sussex. Now Justinson inside to Zink once again here. And that doesn't go. Rebound, Justinson, a shot. That doesn't go. Turner back down to Jay Cooling. There's your Funny Community Television scoreboard. It's not a pretty sight for St. Stephen Spartan. 8-0 for Sussex. The team in black, the bad guys here. For the fans from St. Stephen particularly. Inside now, and Gilbert. Pretty good move there by Danny Gilbert. And it's 10-0 now.
St. Stephen Spartans
Timeout being
take their
called
first timeout.
By St. Stephen. And Craig Cornell, it's been a sonic boom here in the early going.
No question, very balanced attack. We've got 4 different players on the board for Sussex. They seem to know what they want to do with St. Stephen. They've played them enough, I guess, all year. They've had their fill. They know what it takes to lose to the Spartans. So right now, I think a good game plan thus far by Coach Byron Barton.
I'm doing my best on one.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job,
When
Mike.
you get there,
Keeping them out of that foul line area. Watch contain. Doing a good job. You're also doing a good job offensively.
What?
Yeah.
Great job.
Hit
They
the
have
boards
one
well.
offense.
Hit the boards well.
Guys, they have one offensive board so far. Excellent job. Keep it up. Keep getting the body on it.
Portion, guys. Offensively, Chris, one time shot one up over there. Good right here. Go after that thing. Good, the easy one. Offensively, you're taking your time.
Come on, boys.
There's the Sussex bench up close and personal. I'll tell you, those two coaches are pretty young people themselves, Byron Barton and Mike Morton.
And not a whole lot,
for Sussex.
not a whole lot of information given out in that huddle, but why change anything right now? Because if it's not broke, don't fix it. And they just want to continue doing what they're doing.
St. Stephen, number 10,
10-0 here in
Justin
the early going
Aldridge.
for Sussex. Now Justison for St. Stephen. Over here, that is Parker. Now for the Spartans, power move of the basket. And
Number
that's the
8,
first 2 points of the ball game.
Parker.
A pretty good efficient there, I think, by McManus. There's a power move by Parker, and he delivers here for St. Stephen, their first points of the ball game. Now Keith over on this side here to Gilbert, back here to Jay Cooling inside. Now from behind.
St. Stephen
Chris
foul
Keith for
called against
Sussex.
number 13, Darren Dunn. That's his
And
first
it's,
personal foul on the
Darren
team,
Dunn with
second.
a foul for St. Stephen.
Dave McManus and Dick Steves, 2 premier officials in the province.
Both with experience at the international level, particularly Dick Steves. That shot from afar by Morris.
Three-point basket
that's
for
a
number
cookie
34,
for Matthew
Matt
Morris.
Morris.
Just a 2, his foot was on the line.
12-2 is the score. Justinson over here now to Parker for the Spartans, who've been sparse scoring-wise. Justinson here once again. That shot doesn't go up the front of the rim. Control though by the Spartans. Now Parker inside here. Sutherland back here now to Darren Dunn to Parker. He delivers.
Three-point basket
A
for
three-pointer
number
by
8,
Parker.
Kirk
Well,
Parker.
there's the effervescent, very dapper head coach Donnie Walker for St. Stephen. But not particularly thrilled with what he's seeing here in the early going. It's 12-5 rather for Sussex. Now Gilbert, they walk. So Sussex now
Into the lineup now for the Spartans,
with the
number
ball.
7,
They're down
Jeff
by 7.
Walker.
Well, Big Mo so fickle, and right now Sussex trying to hang on to a 7-point lead. Sutherland now here for the Spartans here to Parker. Parker to Sutherland. To Parker. That shot from afar. That doesn't go, that's just an air ball. Now Keith. And the ball given right back to him. To Jay Cooling. Cooling, who had 27 points against Sugarloaf in that upset, the regional final upset. Gilbert's. There's a defensive foul on Jeff Walker, I believe number 7.
Walker, of course, the coach's son.
St. Stephen
That's the
foul
call.
charge to number 7, Jeff Walker. That's
Danny
his
Gilbert
first
wins the
personal
basket,
foul on the team.
And they
third.
decreed that he had the right of way, and St. Stephen player had not established position. That was Walker, and he was fouled.
And Justin Elwood's on the floor there for St. Stephen, number 10. And if he gets a chance, he can jump.
Walker.
In warm-up, tremendous warm-up.
Now that doesn't go. Rebound control here by Sussex. And Cooling up here now to Morris. Morris in here to David Turner with a turnaround. He's fouled.
St. Stephen foul charge number 13,
he'll go
Darren
to the line.
Dunn. That's his second
Well, Chris, you
personal
talked
foul.
about the Sussex
and the
team.
team's
Never won a
four.
AA title, but they've won
Back
2
in the
AAA
lineup now
titles.
for the Spartans, number 15,
1988,
Tim
91.
Zink.
Back to
On the line,
FHS in
shooting
91.
2 for the Sonics, number 8, David
FHS
Turner.
did not make it to the final 12.
That's right.
First upset in the regional final.
Of course, they were looking for their 3rd title in a row.
Yep, AAA final, of course. They lost to Kennebec Cases. And it's Kennebec Cases and Harrison Trimble on the AAA boys. Here the final 12. David Turner up the line once again here for for Sussex rather, and that goes, and it's 13-5. Al Walker here for the Spartans. Jeff Walker, number 7, into Parker. Now inside, and a foul. Number 8 is called David Turner for Sussex.
St. Stephen foul charge number 8, David Turner.
Inbounding is going to be
Sussex foul,
St.
rather.
Stephen with Zink.
That is his first personal on the
Now
team's first.
Sutherland here for the Spartans. Fancy dish off, and
Traveling.
was Eldridge, number 10. Pretty nifty play there by Sutherland. But it doesn't go in for St. Stephen. Now Jay Cooling here for the Sonics. Watch him, he can be dangerous from outside. Back here to Morris. Morris over here to Keith. Chris Keith, number 10 in here to Turner's shot. Doesn't go, rebound. St. Stephen with the ball, that's Parker. Number 8, Kirk Parker in to the basket, and the foul is going to be on.
Sussex foul charge number 34,
Morris.
Matt Morris. That's his first personal foul on the team's
2 shots
second.
for the St.
On the
Stephen
line,
player.
shooting 2 for St.
Kirk
Stephen, number
Parker.
8, Kirk Parker.
13-5 in the early going here, Craig, and maybe a bit of a feeling out process as well for St. Stephen particularly.
They're having trouble getting things going offensively. Parker, the only player to score.
And he has another point here for the Spartans. And I think that situation underneath with Sutherland, when he dished the ball off to Eldridge, this game in microcosm in the early going, he had an open shot but did not take the shot and finally traveled. And that got the ire of Donnie Walker, the head coach for the St. Stephen Spartans. Now Cooling in here to Chris Keith for Sussex, into the basket. Doesn't go though, rebound.
Tip in
Keith
good
with a
for number
follow-up, and
10,
he gets the 2
Chris
points
Keith.
for Sussex. Now Jeff Walker here for St. Stephen. In here to Parker. Parker now for the Spartans. To Sutherland. The top of the key. Sutherland back here to Parker. Parker will drive to the basket. It's rejected though by Sussex. Now Cooling with the ball here for the Sonics. Trying to feed Turner, picked off over nicely by Eldridge for St. Stephen. And here's Sutherland. Now Sutherland dishes off to Walker. Walker back to Sutherland. Inside, that's the big man Zink. Now to Eldridge, back here to Parker. Almost, in fact, he lost it. The way it's going, Craig.
No question. St. Stephen really having his problems controlling the ball. They're making costly turnovers. And Coach Walker not happy with what's going on right now with his Spartan club.
15-6 to score, and Cooling looking for 2 more. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. We talked about Jay Cooling at 27 points against Sugarloaf. Gilbert at 16.
St.
McNamara
Stephen
at
foul
10 in
charge
that
number
regional
11,
final.
Jody Sutherland. That's his first personal foul on
And
the
the,
team's 5th. In the lineup now
big
for
gunner
Spartans, number
for
5, Aaron
St.
Knox.
Stephen in their
And
win
for
over
Sussex,
Woodstock
number
with
9,
Eldridge with 18,
Adrian
Darren
McNamara.
down with 11.
Jay Cooling to the line to shoot 2 for
St. Stephen
Sussex.
number 1 in the province, and they are 19-0 against AA competition. Cooling with the successful foul shot. The first attempt here for number 15 for Sussex. And once again, Jay Cooling up close and personal, and he delivers. 17-6 now for the team in black, Sussex.
Betches St. Stephen's record against AA competition. Those Clareton High Blackcatsmen squad was also undefeated against provincial opponents before losing in the regionals to Kennebec Aces.
It means nothing until you get to the and win the provincial final. Foul on the Sussex player, McNamara, number 9.
Sussex foul charge to number 8, David Turner. That's
Call
his
that on
second
David
personal
Turner.
foul, the team's third. Checking in the lineup now for the
Away
Sonics,
from the
number
ball, so on the
33,
line.
John Prelock.
It's going to be
On the
Eldridge
line,
here
shooting
for,
2 for St. Stephen, number 10,
St. Stephen.
Justin Eldridge.
That's Turner's second, so he'll check out.
He's a big man. That's number 8 for Sussex. Doesn't go. In and out. It's the way it's gone here for St. Stephen in the early going. They have a long ways to go. Back 10:25 remaining here in the first half. Dave Richard here with Craig Cornell on Funding Community Television. Double dipper. That time for the St. Stephen Spartans. Now cooling here for Sussex. Here to Morris. Back to Jay Cooling, over here to Keith. Now Keith number 10, and the foul is on the Sussex player. Well, I'll tell you, Craig, Keith is a very aggressive player inside.
Offensive foul charge number
Sussex.
10 for Sussex, Chris Keith.
And a very
That's his
similar play
first
earlier
personal
went
foul, the
against
team's
the
fourth.
St. Stephen Spartans at that time. It was Keith who was called on that charge.
Good positioning in there by St. Stephen, and very good defense. And I thought they had good defense the first time, possibly, and didn't get a break.
Now cooling here for Sussex, up ahead here to Keith, of whom we just spoke of a moment ago. That doesn't go though. Rebound control here by St. Stephen. Jeff Walker with the ball now for the Spartans. Walker trying to make a move on McNamara. Now inside, that is Sutherland. A shot doesn't go. Rebound McNamara. Here for Sussex to Jay Cooling, who is their quarterback on this Sussex offense. To Keith. Back here to Cooling. That shot
Jay
goes.
Cooling for 3.
A 3-point shot by Jay Cooling. Now Walker back to Sutherland here. Dishes off. Once again, Sutherland to Walker. Walker for St. Stephen. That shot off the front of the rim. Control here by Morris. To Keith. Now over here to Cooling. I'll tell you, it's been a one-shot deal for St. Stephen. Cooling here for the Sonics. Back to McNamara inside. That went off number 33, Krelock, thrown out by St. Stephen.
That's the first turnover I remember Sussex committing.
Walker. Double team inside. Eldridge. Pretty nifty basket there.
Basket good for number 10, Justin Eldridge.
Justin Eldridge with that one. Pretty nifty play there by number 10 for the Spartans.
And he's the first man other than Parker to score for St. Stephen.
Now Cooling inside here. Krelock for Sussex. Rejected. There's a foul underneath though against the Spartans.
Sussex foul charge number 5,
That
Aaron
foul's on
Knox.
Zink.
That's his first personal
Number
foul on the
15.
team's 6th. Into the
I'll
game
check it.
now for
That's
St.
on,
Stephen, number 8,
Number 5,
Kirk
Knox.
Parker.
Well, we talked about the size of Tim Zink. He goes a cool 6'10". He is a big man for sure in the center for St. Stephen. Now Cooling here for the Sonics. Jay Cooling makes a move on Aaron Knox. Now Krelock back here to McNamara. The Cooling. Over here now to Morris here for the Sonics. Morris went off Knox's foot. Back here to Morris once again here. The shot doesn't go. Rebound. It's knocked out of bounds by whom? It's going to be Sussex ball.
Also into the game for Sussex, number 14, Danny Gilbert.
See some of those cheerleaders in behind. Sonic boom. Well, that's what they're trying to deliver here against St. Stephen. They're 0-4 during the regular season. Well, right now they're ahead 20-8 here in the first half. Now Cooling into the corner to Gilbert. Gilbert back out here to Morris for Sussex. Dishes off to Cooling. That shot from afar doesn't go. Rebound McNamara here for Sussex. Being hounded though by 2 St. Stephen Spartans. It's going to be Sussex ball once again.
.28 the score. Sussex sticking to their game plan.
Krelock back here now. That shot by
Matt Morris
The
for
three-pointer.
3.
23-8. 15-point differential favoring the team in black, Sussex. Now Parker over here to Knox. Gets the ball inside to Eldridge. Dishes out here to Jeff Walker. Now Walker stopped. That shot up front of the rim. The rebound though. It's connected here by Darren Dunn for St. Stephen.
Correction, Darren Dunn.
Jay Cooling now for the Sonics. A foul on St. Stephen.
St. Stephen foul charge number 5,
on
Aaron Knox. That's
for
his
5.
second personal foul on the team, 7th.
And that's the 7th foul of this game for St. Stephen. 5 for Sussex. Sussex with a commanding lead, 23 to 10. It's a 13-point differential favoring the Sonics. That shot by Morris doesn't go. Yes,
Counted
it does go.
for Matt Morris.
Shooter's touch there by Morris.
25-10 now. Knox here for St. Stephen to Parker. Parker now for the Spartans. That pass inside, and with the basket is Darren Dunn here for the Spartans.
Done with 4 now, 2 sports star. Also plays baseball for the St. John Junior Club.
Jay Coolin now for Sussex to McNamara. To Morris. To Gilbert. Gilbert now here for the Sonics. Bounce pass, a good one. But a travels call against Morris. And the ball will turn over here to
Back
St.
into the
Stephen.
game for St. Stephen, number
25
11,
to 12,
Jody Sutherland, and
but
number
if you look
14,
at
Ricky
Donnie
Justison.
Walker. This game and this tournament being brought to you by Pizza Hut in St. John and in Moncton and in Fredericton. Our sponsors for the Final 12 tournament, the Pizza Hut people. Now Parker. Back out here to Justinson. Over here to Sutherland. And to Parker. Almost picked off. Now in the corner. Back here to Parker once again here for the Spartans. That shot over a couple Sonics. The foul's going to be on Sussex. And Parker, who's
Blocking foul called against Sussex, number 34,
very
Matt
aggressive in
Morris.
this game for the
That's his
Spartans.
second personal foul on the
Go to the
team's
line.
5th. On the
try to
line,
cut into
shooting
this
2 for St.
25-12
Stephen, number
lead
8, Kirk Parker.
Sussex.
The foul on Morris, that's his second, and he's been the big gun for Sussex, so they ill afford to lose him. That last foul brought the Sussex coaching staff, Coach Burton, to his feet and was promptly told to sit down by referee Dick Steves.
2 for 2 that time was Parker. 25-14, there's your Funny Community Television scoreboard. 11 points separate these two teams. Oh, good pass over here to Morris. That shot doesn't go though, and kept in here by St. Stephen very nicely. And up court now is Sutherland with the ball. Over here to Parker. Well, miscommunication there because Sutherland has back to the pass from Parker. He expected Sutherland to zig and he zagged. Lost the ball as a result. Now Sutherland once again here for St. Stephen over on this side. And that was Justison who was fouled.
Sonics foul called against number 9, Adrian McNamara. That's his first
McNamara's
personal
called.
foul on the team's 6.
The second foul on that.
Into the game for Sussex, number 10, Chris Keith, the number 13, Jeremy Duty.
And with the ball now
Sussex
is St.
Sonics
Stephen.
take a timeout.
And a timeout's being called. Certainly want to give credit to our Funny Community Television crew here, Craig. In this game, we have Steve Cooper as our infamous director, Tina Munn, E. McDonald, Kevin McCrory, Jerry Lynn Bramble, and of course, Bubba O'Neill, and Joel Johnston working this game here, this final 12 game.
Like Darren did the last time. Crash the boards. You guys gotta go to work this week.
Listen, okay? You gotta pick it up defensively. Like you're gonna play the same way, a little bit better. Offensively, stay in the offense. Don't get out of it. Okay, out of bounds. Darren, in the end. Okay, Kirk. You're over a bit further than the lane. Get outside the lane. Okay? Come out here. Okay, Jody. You're here, Ricky. Screen for Darren. Darren, try and come off this side. Away from Justin Eldridge.
Let's go, boys.
I'll tell you one thing, Craig. I think Donnie Walker's voice is taking a beating already. We're just into the first half. 4:59 remaining. It's raspy.
His club's still in good shape, only down 11, and we're still with 5 minutes to go in the first half. He's just telling his team to stay in the offense because they're a little bit out of control when they have the ball.
And almost lost it there was Sutherland. Pretty good play to keep it in. Now for St. Stephen. To Parker. Parker now for the Spartans. What a great basket there by Kirk Parker, number 8. Now Keith here for Sussex, back to McNamara. Over here to Coolin. Now Duty, number 13 out there for Sussex. Power move by Keith, doesn't go. Keith once again though. And that ball is rejected by Eldridge. Now Sutherland here for St. Stephen. At the top of the key, he'll drive to the basket. 75-18. Well, Craig, Big Mo. Now switched to St. Stephen, I think. Keith here for Sussex.
10-2 run in 3 minutes.
Count the basket for number 14.
Pretty good bucket there by Gilbert.
Danny
here for
Gilbert.
Sussex, he will go to the line as well. Foul.
Spartan foul charge number 8, Kirk Parker. That's his first
On the St.
personal
Stephen
foul.
player.
Gilbert to the line now. The chance to complete the 3-point play.
Looking to get his 7th and make this a 28-18 ball game. Right now it's 27-18 for Sussex. Gilbert at the line and does not connect. Rebound control here by St. Stephen. Now Sutherland here for the Spartans. To Parker, back to Sutherland. Over here and some contact underneath.
Spartan foul charge to number 10,
It's a foul
Justin
against
Eldridge.
St. Stephen.
That's his
Foul on
first
Eldridge,
personal
they call
foul.
it a moving screen.
And Donnie Walker not happy with that call from Dickie Steves. Now Keith inside, that's a turnover. But a foul as well. I'm not sure what happened there.
There's some debris on the floor.
Oh, that's why they whistled
They're
down.
throwing it on the floor now instead of at us.
So Sutherland here with the ball now for St. Stephen. Number 11 to Parker, who's been conspicuous here in the first half for the Spartans. Parker drives and, boys, I'll tell you,
Kirk Parker.
he's got a very deft scoring touch as number 8 here for St. Stephen.
12 points for Parker.
Now Cooling. Over here to Duty, number 13. Back to Keith. Back to Cooling. Inside now. Duty with a shot. Doesn't go. Rebound. Eldridge. To Sutherland here for St. Stephen. Sutherland to Parker. Parker now for the Spartans. Once again, the
Kirk Parker.
pretty nifty move by Parker. 27-22. There's your Funny Community Television scoreboard. And a clinic being perpetrated here by Kirk Parker for St. Stephen. Now Keith over here to Cooling. Here for Sussex. This is off to Keith here now for the Sonics. That shot goes. And it's 29-22 now
Chris Keith.
for the Sonics. Sutherland here for St. Stephen. Into the corner now, that's Parker. Parker, back here to Sutherland. Back to Parker, that shot from three-point line.
Kirk Parker.
29-25. Now Jay Cooling here for Sussex. Cooling turns the ball over to number 15 for the Sonics. And I'll tell you, this
Back
game
into
is
the game
turned
for
because of
Sussex,
Kirk Parker.
number 15,
17
Tim Zink.
points now by my count for Parker. And he's a grade 10 student.
He's been a dynamo in this first half here for St. Stephen. They were down and just about out, but
Back into the game for Sussex.
lo and behold, they're
number
back in the
8,
ballgame
David
now
Turner,
with
number
Kirk
13,
Parker
Jeremy Duty.
engineering this comeback here for St. Stephen. 29-25 is the score. As you look at the Funny Community
Correction, that's number
Television
34,
scoreboard
Matt
here.
Morris.
In this provincial AA boys final from the Aiken University Center, the final 12. Dave Richard here with Craig Cornell. This is the apex for high school basketball in New Brunswick. That shot by Sutherland doesn't go. Rebound. Keith with the ball now for Sussex to Gilbert. Pretty good pick there by Dave McManus on the St. Stephen player Sutherland. Not deliberately, I'm sure. Now Keith here for Sussex inside. The Turner shot doesn't go. Rebound. St. Stephen with the ball. Now Justinson here for the Spartans. Back to Sutherland. The Parker is shot.
Parker.
19 now for Parker. And with 7:14 to go in the half, it was 23-8 Sussex. Now with 1:25 to go, it's 29-27 Sussex.
29-27 for Sussex, which led by 13 at one point in this first half. Well, no longer. Keith, back here now to Gilbert, over to Cooling inside. Another turnover. Now Sutherland all the way to the basket, lost it. But it's going to be St. Stephen ball. No, it's going to be, I guess, Sussex ball.
Yeah, Sutherland launched it off his foot. He was a little bit over-anxious, taking the ball to the hoop.
McManus did indicate the other way, but it's going to be Sussex ball. 1:05 and counting here in the first half. 29-27 for Sussex. Now Turner with the ball here for the Sonics. Turner to Gilbert. Back here to Turner. Pretty good defense here in the part of St. Stephen, though, with Zink particularly. And another turnover. Sutherland over to Parker. Watch him.
Parker.
I can't believe this. Parker is shooting. We're all tied up at 29. And number 8's put on some show here for St. Stephen in the first half.
Parker
Now
simply unconscious.
Cooling now for Sussex. The Turner shot in the top of the key, and that goes. The two-pointer, 31-29. 14 seconds remaining here in the first half. They're playing for the one shot. Now Sutherland here for Spartans. Sutherland is rejected. Goes to Eldridge. Back to Parker. A shot.
Parker for three.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's 24 first half points for Kirk Parker. And for the first time in the ball game, St. Stephen has taken the lead at the buzzer of the first half.
While the crowd from St. Stephen enjoying it, this has been an incredible performance by Kirk Parker. And he, at the end of the first half, very appropriately sinks a three-point shot to put St. Stephen ahead 32-31. As you look at Sussex, I'll tell you, you're talking about a sonic boom right in the direction of Parker right now for St. Stephen. Unbelievable here in the first half.
Oh, unbelievable display by Kirk Parker. Great start by Sussex, but they've got to be down right now going into halftime, Dave.
Well, there's your Fundy Community Television scoreboard at the half. 32 St. Stephen, 31 for Sussex. Stay tuned for half number 2 here in the Final 12 tournament. .31 at the half for St. Stephen as you look at the Fundy Community Television scoreboard. And Craig Cornell, it was a Kirk Parker show with 24 points in that first half.
No question about it. St. Stephen came out extremely flat, and Sussex went up to a big lead. They were leading 23-8 with 7 minutes to go. And then Kirk Parker put on a show. 24 points, incredibly, in the first half.
And just to begin the second half of play, Jay Cooling with an uncontested layup here for Sussex. And they're back in the lead at 33-32. It's been a 1-point differential here right at the half favoring St. Stephen. Well, now Sussex back in the lead. Howard moved the basket, rejected though by Turner. That attempt there by Darren Dunn. Now Cooling with the ball. This is very similar to the start of the ball game. Sussex with early control. That shot by Cooling doesn't go. Rebound underneath is thrown out by Parker here for the St. Stephen Spartans, number 8. Here to Sutherland. Dishes off to Justinson. At the left circle here for the Spartans. Back down to Parker. Parker over that pass knocked down here by Chris Keith for Sussex. Keith into the basket, and that pass goes nowhere.
All right, sloppy play on both ends here to start the second half. Neither coach really can be pleased with the way things are starting out.
Tell you, that first half ended with such emotion as well with that shot. The crowd here was in a frenzy. So was the St. Stephen bench. They're adjacent to our broadcast location here. They just about knocked Craig Cornell right over here. Now Parker Back here to Justinson now for St. Stephen. Being guarded by Gilbert. In here to Parker. To Sutherland. Sutherland into the lane, and he's banged around there. There's going to be a foul against Sussex, I believe Keith. Or check that number 8 against
Sonic
David
foul
Turner.
charge number 8, David Turner. That's his 3rd personal foul.
That's Turner's 3rd personal. And he was really important for Sussex in the early going.
Didn't play a whole lot in the last half of the first half. And allowed, of course, Sussex to get back in the ball game. Parker now makes a nifty move to keep the ball in play here. This is off here to Zink, back down to Sutherland's shot. That doesn't go. Rebound. That man once again Parker here for the Spartans. He stops and guess what? He delivers. Now, pretty good transition here, but it doesn't go. That was McNamara, number 9. I checked the number 6, Lackey. Now, Sutherland to Justinson here for St. Stephen. The Kirk Parker shot.
Oh my goodness.
He cannot miss.
Sussex needs to put 2 men on Kirk Parker and just take their chances, I think.
And really, he's been the only guy that's really hurt Sussex, but it's been a big factor for sure. Turner, the cooling, inside to Turner, knocked away by Zink. Now, Sutherland here for St. Stephen. Off here to Justinson inside to the big man, Zink. Double team, plays back here to Parker though. Now to Justinson, top of the key. Inside here, and that time Dunn was rejected, a foul.
Sonic foul called against number 10, Chris Keith. That's his 2nd personal
Give the
foul.
foul to Keith, number 10.
St. Stephen's
Here for
substitution,
Sussex.
number 10, Justin
What?
Eldridge.
Now the line's going to be Darren Dunn.
Sussex Sonics
Sorry,
take
Kirk
time
Parker
out.
sits down with 28 points. And for a short breather, I'm sure, we're going to
Well, 36-33 is the score, favoring St. Stephen. Parker is not cooled down at all.
He just can't miss. It's unbelievable.
Martin wants the transition. Hey, let's run new. You let up top. He's on the wing. And one of you two's on the wing. Doesn't matter. And David in one of the high posts. Just run it. Okay? Can't go 1 on 5. Let's go.
I'll tell you though, Craig, it's not a complicated situation for Sussex. You got to stop number 8 for St. Stephen. He's been the go-to guy for Donnie Walker, and you know he's been really a one-man offense here for St. Stephen.
No question, Dave. Coach Barton talking about running their offense and getting it into the high post and down in the low post, but he's got to be more concerned about that number 8 for
On the line for St. Stephen,
They've been so
number
sloppy
13,
as well. Both
Darren
teams
Dodd.
really. Outside of Kirk Parker, at the line now is Darren Dunn here for St. Stephen. Looking to make this a 4-point differential. He does. 37-33 now for the favored Spartans. Came in here as a number 1 seed, undefeated in AA ball all season long. And they beat Sussex 4 times. Now, here comes Jay Cooling here for the Sonics, who are suddenly down by 4. Over here to Lackey. Back to Keith. From the top of the key, that shot goes.
Chris Keith.
37-35 now.
8 points for Keith.
Sutherland here for St. Stephen. Your point guard, number 11. Here to Justinson. To Eldridge inside, double team, and knocked out by Turner. So it's going to be St. Stephen ball.
Tennessee.
We're down at 16:52 left to go in this game. This provincial AA boys final here, the final 12. Dave Ritchie here with Craig Cornell on Funny Community Television. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. The St. Stephen Spartans girls team lost earlier to Tantramar. So the boys team trying to redeem something here for the school of St. Stephen. That shot doesn't go. Rebound, Turner. Back here to Jay Cooling for Sussex. And watched by Sutherland. Cooling. Trying to get the ball inside to Gilbert. Now the top of the key, that's Turner. Doesn't go. Rebound. Controlled very nicely though by Gilbert. That doesn't go. Rebound finally. Knocked out of bounds here by Sussex. And no, it's
Back
going
in
to be
the
Sussex
game now
ball.
for the Sonics, number 34, Matt
Walker
Morris.
is beside himself. Now he's beside Dave McManus.
Matthew Morris checks in. He has 9 points.
Morris had a pretty good start for Sussex. Morris now with the ball.
Matt
Boys, oh
Morris.
boys. Driving to the basket that time was Matthew Morris. And he literally bowled over Justin Eldridge for St. Stephen. Now Justinson here for the Spartans plays back to Walker, now over here to Sutherland. Back to Walker. Over here now to Darren Dunn. Back to Sutherland, over here to Justinson. To Sutherland. Sutherland with the shot, doesn't go, rebound. Keith. Over here to Jay Cooling. Now for Sussex.
And look who's getting ready to check back in for St. Stephen.
Maybe just in
Kirk
time.
Parker.
Morris. In here now to Cooling. Rejected by Justinson, who might have committed the foul there for the Spartans. That's the call.
St. Stephen
This
foul
Jay Cool's
charge
not very
number
big, but
14,
he's not afraid
Ricky
to go to the
Justinson.
basket.
That's his first
For
personal
Sussex,
foul of
number
the
15.
game, and the
He's
team's
at the line
first of the
right now.
half.
You're right, Dave. I've seen the kid play before. He can handle the ball really well. And,
Back into the
he's
game
not
now for St.
intimidated.
Stephen.
We talked
Number
about
8,
his
Kirk
prowess in
Parker.
the regional final. 37-37 is the score, by the way.
Also back in for
Doesn't
St.
get
Stephen,
any
number
closer
5,
than this.
Aaron Knox.
Now Sussex with the lead. 38-37 with the foul shot there made by Jay Cooling. Once again the line here for Sussex. And makes 2 out of 2. Now Aaron Knox here for the St. Stephen Spartans. Down by 2. Looking for inside, is knocked away, and there's a foul inside.
Sonic foul charge number 8,
give the
David
call
Turner. That's his
to
4th
Danny
personal
Gilbert
foul. And the team's
for Sussex.
3rd. Back in the lineup now for the Sonics, number 33, John Freelock.
The foul's on Turner.
It's a 3rd foul here for Sussex, I believe.
And most importantly, the 4th on Turner. He has to come out.
Kirk Parker.
Guess who?
And that's 30 points now for Kirk Parker.
Now Cooley here for Sussex. Being guarded by Knox. Pretty good work there by Keith to box out Knox. Now Morris to Freelock back here to Morris. To Chris Keith inside for Gilbert. Gilbert here for Sussex. Doesn't go. Rebound. Jeff Walker for St. Stephen. To Knox. Here for the Spartans. Goes by Cooling. Now Knox with the ball. Dishes back here. Knox once again here for St. Stephen. Shot clock has 14 seconds. Now over here to Parker inside. That's Eldridge. Dishes off, but a travel. A little too fancy there was St. Stephen with Eldridge. And Sonic shaking up underneath the basket. That was Jay Cooling. Run over in that massive humanity just underneath the Sussex basket. Now Cooling with the ball here for the Sonics. Jay Cooling here for the Sonics. Over here to Morris. Inside, that's Gilbert with a power move. Doesn't go though. Rebound. 3 sets of hands. Kept in though by St. Stephen. Now Knox up here to Jeff Walker. Dishes back now. That pass inside. Rejected by Freelock. For Sussex, now Gilbert. Here for the Sonics. That pass knocked down right to Cooling though. Cooling to Gilbert. Gilbert now underneath. That shot doesn't go. Rebound. Sussex lose control here to St. Stephen. Knox. Here now for the Spartans. Back for Walker. Walker in here to Eldridge. That shot.
Justin Eldridge.
Excuse me, says Eldridge. 41-39 for St. Stephen. Now just back out here to Cooling. Over here to Keith. Inside to Gilbert.
Danny Gilbert.
And we're tied up once again at 41. We're down to 13-18 and counting. And it's all deadlocked at 41-41. Look at the Fundy Community Television scoreboard there a moment ago. Now Parker here for St. Stephen. Watch him. That might be his first miss of the ball game.
I think it might be.
Now cooling up ahead here to Krelock for Sussex. Back to Morris. This is off to Gilbert, inside here to Keith now for the Sonics. Back here to Gilbert. Now to Morris from the top of the key.
Matt Morris
That's
for
a three-pointer, I believe. 44-41. And once again heating up now for Sussex is Matthew Morris. Knox over this side here to Walker. Down to Parker, inside to Eldridge. Eldridge, power move, dishes off. Calls on maybe one of the St. Stephen players on the end line, possibly.
Sonic foul charged on number 10.
On,
Chris
number
Keith,
10,
that's
Chris
his third
Keith,
personal foul, the
Sussex.
team's fourth.
Fourth.
Back
foul
in the
second
lineup
half
for the
here
Sonics, number 33, John Krelock.
Sussex.
For St.
Keith is
Stephen,
called,
number 15, Tim
Inbounding
Zink.
Jeff Walker for St. Stephen. Now to Parker, in here to the big man, Zink. To Eldridge, back up the top of the key here. That's Walker now, back to Tim Zink inside, and all sorts of contact.
Sonic foul charge against number 15,
Foul.
Jay Cooling. That's his
On,
first personal foul on the team's fifth. On the
Jay
line,
Cooling's
shooting
foul.
two, number 15,
Called for the foul.
Tim Zink.
Tim Zink. That's a bit of a mismatch there, Craig.
I'd say that's about 16 inches worth of mismatch.
Zink at the line here. That time a bit of a brick torn up by the big man, number 15 here for St. Stephen. And the second shot goes.
Zink's
Yes.
first point.
Coolidge 5'6", and 6'10" is Tim Zink. Now McNamara here for Sussex. Slow it down. To Moores. Now McNamara doesn't go. Rebound. Parker here for St. Stephen. Now Parker for the Spartans. Trail by 2. Over this side, Knox in here to Parker once again here. They're double teaming number 8. That's a good move. That shot there doesn't go. Rebound. St. Stephen with the ball. That went off Krelock. That's a pretty heads-up play there by Eldridge for St. Stephen.
No question. Not only do they get the ball back, but a fresh 30 because it went off the Sussex foot.
He was out of control there. He just threw the ball off the Sussex player. Went out of bounds. Now Tim Zink inside. Spinorama shot doesn't go. Rebound. Keith now for Sussex. Up to Jay Cooling once again here for the Sonics. We're ahead by 2, and we're winding it down. 11:33 and counting in half number 2 of this Provincial AA Boys Final from the Aiken Center. The final 12. Now Chris Keith, double teamed, and had the ball taken away by Tim Zink. Now Jeff Walker here for St. Stephen, and doesn't go. Some contact underneath. Bit of a block up there by Eldridge.
Sonic
The foul's
foul
gonna be on,
charge to number 9,
Sussex.
Adrian McNamara. That's his second personal foul on the team's 6th.
That's the 6th foul of the half here for Sussex. 1 for St. Stephen.
Second on McNamara.
McNamara's called. Zink will inbound here to Knox. Back in here to Tim Zink. And
Tim
he
Zink.
just forces his way to the basket. When you're that big, you move people around. Now Morris here for Sussex. To McNamara. Into the corner. Cooling. Back to Morris. Morris now for Sussex. Inside to Cooling. And it's out of bounds. I guess off the St. Stephen player.
Back into the game for Sussex, number 14,
Yes,
Danny
well, they're gonna say it
Gilbert.
went off a Sussex player.
You know, they probably don't know.
Again, they're right behind us. There's some of the spectators here. That's the other side of the rink, but right behind us, they're all wearing green, St. Stephen green. And they're not happy. Just a moment ago. Keith back here now to Morris. Now Keith once again here for Sussex. Foul on Tim Zink. The big man with a foul for St. Stephen. So at the line will be Keith, number 10 here for Sussex.
St.
44,
Stephen foul
44
charge
is the
number
score.
15, Tim Zink.
Can't get any closer, Craig.
That's his second personal foul of the game.
No, and neither team really taken over
On the
this
line,
half.
shooting 2 for Sussex, number 10,
Sussex managed to
Chris
stop
Keith.
the momentum. I guess Donnie Walker couldn't have been happy that halftime game, the run they were on, and Sussex managed to do a good job to keep Kirk Parker at least half in check anyway.
Still 44-44. That missed there by Keith. And 0 for 2, but the rebound goes here to Gilbert.
Danny Gilbert.
Danny Gilbert quiets the crowd in behind us with that basket for Sussex. 46-44 now, and that's Knox for St. Stephen. That shot doesn't go. Rebound. Control here by Jeff Walker for the Spartans. Walker once again here. In here to Zink, and that pass is knocked down. The turnover, Jay Cooling here for Sussex. He'll go all the way himself.
Jay Cooling.
What a great play by Jay Cooling. He initiated the turnover, then made the 2-point play here for Sussex. Knox, back to Parker, over here to Jeff Walker. Walker now for the Spartans. Walker with a shot, that goes.
Jeff Walker.
48-46. Sussex in the lead. Now Morris here for the Sonics. Number 34. Over here to Keith. Chris Keith. Back to Gilbert. Gilbert now for the Sonics. That shot rejected. And the rebound goes to Walker. Jump ball is called. And who's got the ball? It's going to be St. Stephen's ball.
St. Stephen
And
calls timeout.
Subs coming in, Amos. For St. Stephen, a timeout being called.
Well, Coach Walker's going to try to get his troops back in their offense. We'll go to sponsorship break here.
This Final 12 coverage on Funny Community Television brought you very proudly by the Pizza Huts in St. John on Ross Avenue and Brunswick Square. In the hub city, Moncton on Mountain Road, and in the capital city, Fredericton on Smythe. Main Street, Pizza Hut is your team headquarters. For details, just give us a call. And we sample some of that pizza there, Craig Cornell. It's pretty good.
Yeah, very tasty.
As you look at now the Sussex sideline.
Coach Walker on the other end, he's got to be thinking, get into the offense. I look at Kirk Parker. He only had 16 points from the team. 30 from Parker, 16 from the rest of the team. So he's got to look at some additional scores in there.
Well, and they've been going with throwing the ball into Tim Zink as well. Zink is a big man, but he's got the most mobile players. And they've had a couple turnovers as a result, particularly the one by Jay Cooling, which right now is the difference at 48-46 for Sussex in the lead. But this has been a barn burner ball game here, this AA final. Been a dandy here. Happy to be here for Funny Community Television. Bringing this to you. Sutherland back now. Here to Speedy, to Sutherland for the Spartans. Over here to Speedy. Number 9 to Sutherland. Dishes off here to Speedy, a shot. That missed everything. Control here by Sussex. Now Jay Cooling. Here for the Sonics. To Keith. Chris Keith now for Sussex into the corner here to Morris. Morris. Back to Keith. To Coolin. Over here now to Krelock. Krelock. Back to Jay Cooling for the three-point play.
Jay Cooling for 3.
51-46. We've documented Jay Cooling shooting from outside.
Cooling now with 10 points.
Justin in here to Tim Zink. Back to Justin now for St. Stephen. Right back to him.
St. Stephen has to get Darren Dunn involved.
Inside here to Darren Dunn, as you speak of that.
Traveling.
Well, there's no question, Craig. You got to wonder how long they can go here with Kirk Parker out of the ball game.
He's getting ready to check back in the next St. Stephen possession.
Because they have got nearly a point since he's been out of the game. Gilbert Power move of the basket. That time too easy for Danny Gilbert.
Danny
Well
Gilbert.
done, Gilbert.
Now Spartans, Sutherland, for Justinson inside his Zink. He's just trying to back in there.
Tim
That's
Zink.
a pretty good scoring catch here by Tim Zink for Sussex. But the ball is cooling. Over here to Gilbert. Danny Gilbert now here for the Sonics. Rejected. Rebound. Once again. Doesn't go. Who's got it? No. They decree that whoever Sussex ball. Pretty good attempt there by Justinson for
St. Stephen calls timeout.
could do it. Well, we're down to 7:18 up to go here, Craig Cornell. It's 53-48 now for Sussex. And we got a pretty interesting match in the minutes.
No question. I really like Sussex game plan. They started out really well. They kind of got caught with Chris Parker being unconscious. But other than that little stretch there, 5-minute stretch in the first half,
Has to be
Coach
key.
Spartan has really done a good job
Offensively,
getting his team
we're not moving well enough.
involved here in this
We're not
championship
making
game.
Chris passes. We're not setting yourself up to come off those screens. Okay?
Can't really hear Donnie, but
Cut harder off
for
that
best of-
side there.
the best of times
Collins,
and the worst of times.
lots of time left. Don't panic.
I think the
Lots of
down for
time
Dawn.
left. Lots of time.
Sporting his best,
Okay.
Pat Riley.
Well, he's got the green, the lucky green.
What?
Right now, it's 53-48 for the team in black. Sussex High School Sonics looking to win their first AA title. They've got 2 AAA titles in this Final 12 format. St. Stephen with 3 to their credit. Gilbert.
Danny Gilbert.
Danny Gilbert.
Gilbert Nash, 14 points. Ian Morris lead the Sonics.
Now Justinson here for the St. Stephen Spartans. Back to Sutherland now. Sutherland dishes off for some reason. And it's going to be turned over here to
Offensive foul called on St. Stephen's number 11, Jody Sutherland. That's his second personal foul, the team's third. And the lineup now for
third
St.
foul
Stephen, number
for
7,
St.
Jeff
Stephen.
Walker.
Down for Dick Steves. They're not talking about the weather, Craig, even though it's brutal in the capital city. Gilbert here for Sussex. McKeith inside to Turner with a turnaround shot. Doesn't go. Rebound though, controlled by Sussex. Now Chris Keith once again here for the Sonics. Here to Morris. He'll take the long shot. That doesn't go. Rebound though, Gilbert. Danny Gilbert!
Count the basket for number 14, Danny
Attempts a three-point
Gilbert.
play here for Sussex.
Gilbert is really a force.
St. Stephen foul
Yeah.
call
10th
against
point of the
number
half.
10, Justin Eldridge. That's his second personal foul, the team's
Gilbert
fourth.
and Morris.
Gilbert to the line now with a chance to
Second
complete
half
the
here
three-point
for
play.
Sussex. But Danny Gilbert inside has been dominant. Right now, the biggest lead of the ball game outside of the first 2 or 3 minutes is Sussex now with a 9-point lead. A minute ago it was tied. Now it's 57-48 favoring Sussex. Parker over here to Sutherland inside now here. That's Darren Dunn, double team back to Sutherland. Take the shots rejected by Keith. And up here to Jay Cooley now for Sussex. That's a cookie. It's an injured player. I don't know who that player is, but he went down hard. And, well, you hate to see that. I tell you that Jay Cooley is not afraid to bring the ball inside. That player right there went down hard.
A reminder that following this game will be the AAA High School Boys Final featuring the Kennebec Cases Valley High Crusaders and the Harrison AAA Trojans.
He went down right away. He knew right away that he had done some damage just by his reaction. There's Donnie Walker, and obviously a lot of concern at this point with that injured player.
I believe that player is Eldridge.
The Final 12 committee of the NBIAA would like to thank the following major corporate sponsors who support the Final 12 tournament. Wanda Linens, Adidas Canada, McTavish for Sports, the University of New Brunswick, and Atlantic Superstores all sponsors of this year's Final 12 basketball tournament.
The last 5:59, and you're right, it's Eldridge number 10 is the injured player.
And I was mentioning earlier in the ballgame that kid can jump, and probably didn't help himself out because he was probably up high in the air when he came down.
Well, Cooling had the open lane of the basket. Eldridge came back and was trying to make up ground, and like you said, Greg, he just threw his body at the Sussex player. He went down hard, he went down awkwardly, and obviously went down on his right ankle. And that's what they're looking at right now. You can only hope that the injury's not severe for Eldridge. Number 10 here for St.
If you're in town and you want to catch some more basketball action tonight, the UNB Varsity Reds will be in action down at the pin.
He's obviously one tough hombre, is that man. As he is up on his own and trying to walk it off is Eldridge.
At 6:30, the UNB Varsity Reds women's team will take on the UCCB Capers. And at 8:30, the men's team will take to the court against Cape Breton.
Well,
He's trying to walk it off on the sidelines.
when you're in the final 12,
Into the game now for St. Stephen, number 14, Ricky Justison.
This is crunch time now for St. Stephen. This team is undefeated in AA ball all season long at 19-0. Including 4-0 against Sussex. Well, right now they trail by 11. The biggest game of the year. That shot by Parker, and that doesn't go.
That's 3 in a row he's missed.
He would go back here to Parker, and he lost it to Turner. Ball goes over here down to Dunn, back here to Parker. Sutherland here for St. Stephen to Parker. Inside at Dunn, or Justin rather, back here to Sutherland, a shot. That doesn't go, and right here to Morris. Now Cooling here for Sussex. He'll slow it down. They have the lead. Morris over here to Gilbert. That doesn't go. Rebound Sutherland here for St. Stephen.
Feeling of urgency on the St. Stephen side of the basketball.
Parker to Walker to Sutherland to Parker. They're obviously going to try to find Parker open. Walker's from three-point land. Nope. Rebound. Who has it? Sussex. Cooling. Long pass up here to Chris, keep off his hands though. And that's something that they didn't want to do, Craig. They have the lead. Slow the play down. Well, that time they tried for the quick transition. And it cost them a turnover.
And they don't want to give Coach Donnie Walker too many chances.
There's your Funny Community Television scoreboard.
St. Stephen timeout.
Sussex, Avery here with Craig Cornell, and our Funny crew, which consists of our infamous director, Steve Cooper. We have Tina Munn, we have Ian McGowan, we have Kevin McCory, we have Jerry Lynn Bramble, we have Joel Johnston, and of course we have Bubba on the audio working this game here for the Final 12 tournament from the Aiken Center.
Hey, we got time. Time's on our side. On the
Bubba's
offense.
everywhere.
On the offense, the Sun built the lead. You play a great defense.
One of these guys like
All right, Dan. It's all right. We hit a few in a row.
like Ali or whatever, just a one-namer. You say Bubba, you know who he is. There's Byron Barton. They have the lead. They have the momentum on Sussex.
He's got a huge smile on his face right now.
I don't blame him. The other side are down by 11. 4:40 remains. We saw this first half turnover very, very quickly. Sussex was a big lead at the outset. Sussex, or State Stephen came back, particularly with Kirk Parker. They had the lead at the half by 1 as the half ended. Sutherland, this is off here to Jeff Walker now, to Dunn. Here to Sutherland, over here to Justinson. The spinorama shot goes. Here for Ricky Justinson for St. Stephen. Cooling here to Morris. Ahead to Gilbert, to Turner. Turner, the turnaround shot.
David Turner.
That's a killer for St. Stephen there.
7 now for Turner.
Now Sutherland here for the St. Stephen Spartans. Jeff Walker to Parker.
And Morris is doing a heck of a job right now guarding Parker.
Now Walker is a shooter.
3-point basket for number 7, Jeff Walker.
A 3-point play for Jeff Walker. Chris Keith here for Sussex inside. That shot doesn't go. Yes, it does go.
David Turner.
Keith with 10.
He's got a good ball game. Chris Keith for Sussex. Sutherland over here to Walker. So once again, the intensity pick up once again here. Parker over here to Sutherland. Down to Jeff Walker here for St. Stephen. To Sutherland, to Parker. They are denying Parker the ball right now, or the shot anyway. Now Sutherland just off to Walker. He'll take the shot. That does not go. Rebound control here by Sussex. Well, obviously they've gone to Walker now because, like you said, Craig, Moore's doing a great job on Parker. He's not getting really a chance to shoot the ball. Cooling up ahead here to Turner.
David Turner.
That's too easy for David Turner. And it's become basically all or nothing now for St. Stephen. Parker here now for the Spartans. In here now to Darren Dunn. That's 2 points for St.
Darren
Stephen.
Dunn.
10-point lead for Sussex. Keith to Jay Cooling, rejected by Darren Dunn. Well, that's what I mean, though. Here's Jay Cooling at 5'6", and he went right straight to the basket.
St. Stephen
Darren
foul
Dunn
call
at,
against number 13, Darren
6'3"
Dunn. That's his
for,
third
St.
personal
Stephen.
foul on the team's 5th.
I have no
Penalty
fear.
for St. Stephen, number 5, Aaron Knox.
Johnny Walker
The
takes his
Spartans
final
take
timeout.
timeout.
The Spartans.
Well, 10-point differential here, Craig. There's no question they're going to have to start throwing three-pointers, particularly I think Jeff Walker and
Guys, expect the pressure after they make.
That team there
And
knows
make sure
it
they don't
as well as anybody.
Keep playing good defense. Excellent
I tell you, Dave, it's still possible. You saw what Parker did
That's good. You guys are playing
in
good
the first
defense.
half. He went unconscious and single-handedly brought back St. Stephen to this game. He's going to have to do it again.
Well, like you said, though, pretty good defense on the part of Sussex, particularly Morris, who I think has been their key guy.
Let's really pick up.
And then, of course, Danny Gilbert in the second half. David Turner with for Sussex, for 8. There's your scoreboard. It's crunch time in the AA girls boys final. 65-55 for Sussex. St. Stephen trying to come back in this game. And I tell you, at 19-0, they were the prohibitive favorite coming in. In fact, some people were saying that they may be the best team in the entire tournament, including the AAA Kennebecases and Harrison Trimble. Jay Cooling makes it an 11-point game now for Sussex. Number 15 at the line. He's gritty. And going for 2, rebound, Turner,
David Turner.
13-point difference now. That's a big basket for Sussex. Sutherland to Knox, to Parker. Here now to Walker. They got all their shooters out there now. That's Sutherland. Here to Knox, to Parker. Long shot by Parker. That doesn't go. Morris has it here for Sussex. Back to Cooling. There's your scoreboard. He lost it though to Jeff Walker. Bounce pass here to Sutherland. That doesn't go. And the way it's gone here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Morris with the ball now here for Sussex. Good play up here to Cooling. Jay Cooling now ahead to Turner.
David Turner.
13 points now for Turner.
70-55. Knox here for St. Stephen. Back here to Parker. To Jeff Walker from three-point land. That's off the backboard and going out by Sussex. Morris ahead here to Keith. Ahead to Turner. Back here to Keith. All sorts of interference. Lost it. Now Walker here for St. Stephen. To Sutherland. Back to Walker. He'll throw it up. Three-pointer. Off the front of the rim now. Sutherland. Over here to Parker's shot. Doesn't go. Rebound. Sussex. Cooling with the ball now for the Sonics. I'll tell you, as quick as hot as Parker was earlier, he's suddenly become very cold.
Well, again, and that has a lot to do with Matthew Morris as well. He's done a tremendous job in the second half.
And really the difference has been the inside game here for Sussex. We're down to 51 seconds. Contact underneath. Morris is fouled by Sutherland. Well,
St. Stephen foul on number 8, Kirk Parker. That's his second personal foul on the team, 6. Into the game for St. Stephen, number 12, Travis
They have lowered the boom
Childs.
on St.
Matt
Stephen.
Morris to the line now to shoot 2 for
Came
Sussex.
into this game at 19-0. Well, maybe 19-1 after this game.
Also checking into the game
Right
for
after
St. Stephen,
my
number
Sussex.
4, Travis Scott, and number 6, Ryan Islip.
Conceding the victory.
In for the Sonics, number 7, Tim McCullum, and number 16, Sierra McCarthy.
Come in here as a favorite. There's a lot of pressure as a favorite. Sussex is taking this game here to St. Stephen. They are going to emerge the provincial AA champion, their first time in the Final 12 concept. They will have won AA provincial title. A small little school in Sussex. This is a school that's won 2 AAA titles.
When you have the likes of John Ryan going in.
That does make a difference. Where's Ryan? Arguably the best player ever developed in Sussex. Aaron Knox. Now for St. Stephen, we're down to 46 seconds and counting in this provincial AA boys final. A pass over here to Dunn, and 2 points there for Darren Dunn. Now McCarthy here with the ball for Sussex. This is off here to Gilbert. Got a pretty big second half here for the Sonics. That pass knocked down, shot knocked down. Now Hislop for St. Stephen. A pass goes here to Dunn. From afar, that shot there by Childs doesn't go. Rebound, Sussex, down 5 seconds. 3 seconds. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score. The Sussex Regional High School Sonics 72. The St. Stephen High School Spartans 57.
What a job.
Well, this will go down as an 18-point victory. But this was not an 18-point game, though. Point victory, yeah. Look at it. My math was not good, obviously. 15-point victory. But I don't think this was a 15-point game, though, Craig. For the most part of this game, it was touch and go for both sides. And the ebb and flow, and we saw a tremendous performance by Kirk Parker in the first half. But I think an equally fine performance by Sussex to defense Parker in the second half. And really, he was a non-factor as it turned out.
No question. St. Stephen really couldn't get anything going offensively other than Parker in the first half. And Sussex was so balanced with Cooling and Gilbert and Morris and Turner in the second half. They just had so many options, and everybody played well and everybody came to play. And they were the deserving team today.
Well, like you said, you look at Turner there, had a great last part of the game. But Morris was a big factor. You had to like, inside, particularly with
Stay tuned for a number of post-game awards.
Second half. Chris Keith had a good ball game for Sussex. I mean, and there's the end result.
First of all, the Fair Play Award.
72,
To promote fair play and sportsmanship basketball, New Brunswick has created the Fair Play Award to honor deserving teams in high school basketball. Winners were chosen based on nominations and ratings from coaches, referees, and minor officials. Presenting this award is Chuck Prescott, Secretary of Basketball, New Brunswick. The winners of the AA School Boys category is Woodstock High School, coached by Scott Jones. Accepting the award on behalf of the team are team captains Tim McLean and Matthew Fleming.
It's a great way of doing it, and it's not always great on the team that's been nominated all year long.
But you know, most of their players, though, are 11 and 10-year grade 10 and 11 players. They're losing one senior, Sutherland, and of course Tim Zink as well.
The final 12 committee would now like to call upon Clint Hamilton, head coach of the UMB Varsity Reds to present awards.
Yeah, they'll be back, no
They
doubt.
will be back for sure with Donnie Walker, the head coach.
With the captains of St. Stephen High School, please come forward to receive the NBIAA runner-up plaque.
I don't know who you picked for the player of the game, Dave, but I like Morris in this. I know Gilbert played a great game too. He'd have to be a close second. We'll see who gets it.
Well, certainly got to like Morris. You got to like, I thought Danny Gilbert.
And now when the captains of the 1997 AA Boys Champions from Sussex High School come forward to receive the winning trophy and NBIAA Championship banner.
Congratulations. Echoing from spectators here, and of course, from Hamilton. And that's why you play the games right there. There's a trophy. Raised to the ceiling here at the Aiken University Center.
And now would head coach Byron Barton please come forward to hand out individual crests.
Or arguably one of the biggest games of his year tonight.
I'll tell you this, coaching staff for Sussex, a very young coaching
Ladies and
staff.
gentlemen, your 1997 AA Boys Champions,
They did a
number
great- you're right,
6,
they did a
Dean
great job.
Lackey.
Now they present the crest to each of the players. A memento of the Aiken
Number
Center.
7, Tim McCollum.
And it will be a very pleasurable memory, I'm sure, for those players right there from Sussex.
Number 8, David Turner.
Dave Turner had
Number 9,
very key
Adrian
passes, played the ball
McNamara.
inside.
Number 10, Chris Keith.
You see those crests in the NBIA, they're pretty basic.
Number 13, Jeremy
crests, but,
Doody.
boy, did they mean a lot to the players.
Their whole season comes down to one
Number
game.
14, Danny Gilbert.
It can be very cruel. A sudden death final. It's a hard way to lose, I think. You know, you go through the whole
Number
season.
15,
You
Jay
go through
Cooling.
the peaks and valleys. You play tournaments. You go through the whole gambit. And it comes down to one
Number
game.
16,
Sometimes
Ciaran
one half, and
McCarthy.
it came down to one half in this ball game. You got St. Stephen ahead by a point at the half. And they
Number
were outplayed in the
33,
second half,
John
and as a result,
Krelock.
The whole season will end on a losing note.
And number
Sussex
34,
won the top
Matt
game to
Morris.
the Aiken Center, and it didn't look like St. Stephen
Ladies
did.
and
That was the
gentlemen, your
difference.
AA Boys champions.
Sussex had the game plan that won the
The
ball.
final 12 committee would like to introduce Jack Brown to present the award donated by Jack for player of the game from the runner-up team.
By Sussex. They were not. I don't think they lost the game. They were beat by Sussex, who on this day were a better
Ladies
team.
and gentlemen, from the St. Stephen Spartans, he put on quite a show for us today here. Number 8, with 30 points and 8 rebounds, Kirk Parker.
That's the player of the game for St. Stephen, Kirk Parker. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. St. Stephen wins with the loudest crowd, the fans anyway.
The final 12 committee would like to introduce Jane McTavish of McTavish for Sports to present a pair of Adidas basketball shoes, the game's most valuable player.
And the most valuable player of this game is going to be.
Rather, it's Brian Keeler presenting on behalf of Adidas.
Who was that gentleman? We will find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your most valuable player today from Sussex High with 17 points, number 15, Jay Cooling.
They give it to Cooling.
They give it to Jay Cooling, but that could have been one of 3 or 4 players
No
we
question.
talked about.
And Cooling is very deserving.
Yeah, Jay Cooling is the player of the game here.
Let's give both teams a round of applause for a game well played.
A monumental occasion for that man and for this team. Out of Sussex High School, they win this game here 75-57, and they win the Provincial AA Championship here from the Aiken University Center as they shake hands. This team lost to St. Stephen 4 times during the
A reminder that coming up next in approximately 20 minutes will be the AAA Boys High School Final featuring the Kennebecasis Valley High Crusaders and the Harrison Trimble High Trojans.
Proud of their tremendous seasons and their effort here today.
Well, Craig, certainly want to thank you as well and our trusty Funny Community Television crew. It was a good one as always for our Final 12 coverage. So once again, the final score here from the Aiken Center, it's the Sussex High School Sonics 75 and St. Stephen Spartans 57. You've been watching the Final 12 on Funny Community Television.